Hello, my name is Tom Roff, and the psychologist I'll be discussing today is Philip Zimbardo. Philip Zimbardo is an American psychologist best known for conducting the controversial Stanford Prison Experiment in 1971. He was born in New York City on March 23, 1933. After a top-of-the-line education at Brooklyn College and Yale University, he began being a professor at various institutions before finally settling at Stanford University in 1968. After becoming a tenured professor at Stanford in 1971, Zimbardo conducted the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment. The original intention of the experiment was to see the psychological effects that power dynamics can have. Male Stanford students were randomly assigned to be either guards or prisoners in a fake prison on campus. However, the realistic feeling of the prison quickly resulted in revolting prisoners and abusive guards. By the second day, severe psychological damage was already being done. The study was eventually concluded and argued that a person's behavior is very strongly influenced by the situation that they find themselves in. However, later reviews of the study questioned the legitimacy of this claim. After conducting the Stanford Prison Experiment, Zimbardo focused on improving the world. He founded the Shyness Clinic in the late 1970s, a program in California that helps to treat shy behavior in children and adults alike. He also wrote a book on the findings of the Stanford Prison Experiment titled The Lucifer Effect. He cooperated to write a book on the psychology of time and developed theories on how humans view time. And lastly, nowadays, Philip Zimbardo helps lead the Heroic Imagination Project, which focuses on everyday acts of heroism to reduce gang violence and other violent behaviors. All of these projects combined show Zimbardo's commitment to helping those in need. In this video, I chose to discuss Philip Zimbardo because I was interested in the person behind the experiment. As we talked about the experiment in class, I was curious to find whether the person who ran the Stanford Prison Experiment was truly heartless or just made a mistake. Although the Stanford Prison Experiment was undeniably unethical, Zimbardo practically dedicated his life afterward to doing good with his psychological knowledge. After doing the research, I don't feel like Zimbardo is a bad person. In his own words on page 211 of his book, The Lucifer Effect, good people can be induced, seduced, and initiated in behaving in evil ways. Philip Zimbardo is a good person, as can be seen through his various acts of charity. However, at a certain time, he didn't fully understand the psychological ramifications that his experiment could have and acted in an evil way. To conclude the video, I'd like to leave with a fun fact. Stanley Milgram, who conducted the notorious Milgram experiment in 1961, was a friend of Zimbardo in high school. So that's Philip Zimbardo, a psychologist that had a large and lasting impact on psychology, though perhaps not in the way he initially intended.